Hey guys, welcome back to Loft Sports. I'm Tyler.
I'm Seth.
Today we're going to be looking ahead to the 2019 College Football National Championship game. Number 1 LSU against number 3 Clemson. Tigers versus Tigers.
Yeah, this is obviously kind of a little bit of a surprise. I actually ended up picking Clemson to win that game against Ohio State, but I think naturally this is the surprise game, but it's a game definitely worthy. Two great teams. You got the upstart team this year, kind of out of nowhere, LSU a little bit. No one expected this from them. And here's Clemson and Dabo Swinney right back in it. And are they the new Alabama? That's the question.
I think that question's already been answered.
I think it has too.
Clemson is they're getting the best recruiting classes. They're getting the most 5 stars. They've got the franchise quarterback. They've got the young coach that's not going anywhere. Saban's kind of on his way out. Mm-hmm. So this get used to seeing the orange and purple in the playoff.
Might be, instead of the annual Nick Saban Final Four, it might be the annual Dabo Final Four now.
It could very well be. But let's look at this game. All season long, Clemson's had to hear, you play in a garbage pail conference, you don't play anybody, A&M was the best team they played, and they're not even in your league.
You almost lost to North Carolina.
But Clemson has really started to play good, and now that they've played an elite team and beat them, do they have their legs under them?
I think, like what we were saying in kind of the review video of the playoff games, I think Clemson needed like a half of football to like readjust to like what actually elite football is again, because they don't play anybody. Because the ACC is just garbage. Now that they have, you saw a lot from Clemson once they finally woke up, and it's making me sit here like, yeah, LSU should probably win, but damn, I don't really want to count Clemson out either. That's like where I'm at.
Yeah, LSU completely dominating really all season. Yeah. I mean, they crushed Alabama in the first half. Yeah. Let Alabama back in the game a little bit, but they still dominated. Completely dismantled one of the best defenses in the country in Georgia. And then Oklahoma, they shut down that high-powered offense. Mm-hmm. They made Oklahoma look very average, and of course we know Oklahoma doesn't play any defense, so it was pretty much over from there.
Exploited right away. Yeah.
Do you think? Would you be shocked if LSU ran away with this game?
Yes.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that is because Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback on the other team. And like we've kind of had some discussions about, I'm not sure that kid knows how to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, he takes one of the biggest hits he's probably ever taken in his career and kind of gets sandwiched on it. He's on the ground, and then he just gets up and somehow gains a whole 2 seconds on his 40, and he's just making guys miss all of a sudden. Like, I was shocked by that.
That's an X factor that I don't think anybody is ready for, because you're not preparing for Trevor Lawrence the same way you would prepare for Jalen Hurts or Justin Fields.
Right, because Clemson has more talent than Oklahoma. They just do. Oklahoma's offense seems like it's great because of the conference they're in. And you know what? That might be the case too. You could say, well, the ACC's trash too. The ACC probably plays better defense than the Big 12, and Clemson's done it before against the Alabamas of the world, so we've seen it. Yeah. We know that talent's actually legit, and the recruiting classes back it up. And I just don't think Trevor Lawrence knows how to lose a game, and it's really hard for me to pick against them. I'm really struggling here. Like, everything says LSU, but something in my head is just like Trevor Lawrence and Clemson.
Well, and that coaching staff, Brett Venables deserves a lot of credit. Ohio State for a quarter and a half was out chess matching that defense. They were guys running on the field late. They were in the wrong formation. They weren't substituting. And then middle of the second quarter, they made some adjustments, and Ohio State was shut down from that point on, with the exception of a few plays.
It's not like their offense had like a really long drive, too, where you could sit there and really talk about it. Clemson was going 3 and out a couple times. And looking like after one first down, 3 and out. And it just looked like, this could be falling off the wheels, but they regrouped, everything like that. Venables, Oklahoma was probably pretty stupid for even letting him go, looking back on it, because if you switch that on, you got Lincoln Riley and Brett, that could be
interesting, for sure. So there's some keys to the game. Obviously, we know what these quarterbacks are capable of.
Absolutely.
Whose defense do you trust more? I think you have to lean Clemson.
LSU has elite talent in their defense, they always do. They're DBU, pretty much. I mean,
for sure.
their DBs can match up with Clemson's receivers. The X factor to me, though, is we might be talking about quarterbacks here. LSU really, to me, doesn't have a game-breaking running back that you can dump it down to. And we saw how important that was with Travis Etienne, J.K. Dobbins. And I think that could honestly be, when we're talking about these defenses, it's who matches up the best about the running backs. And Etienne I think that could be the difference, in all honesty, when we're talking defenses and who you trust.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. Who wins and why?
This is actually really tough for me. I'm going to go against everything that I kind of am feeling and believing in, and say that Clemson actually pulls this off.
So you've changed your mind in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, literally. Okay. Like I'm just looking at it, and I can't not count them out. I'd be more surprised if Dabo Swinney loses. It's almost like I trust Dabo Swinney, Trevor Lawrence, and Brett Venables over Ed Orgeron. That's basically where it's going to. I think one's a national title caliber coach, and the other is not. And I guess that's where I'm going to make my decision, is the coaching staffs.
Early feeling for me is Clemson also. The thing is this is going to be such an awesome game. You have two quarterbacks that probably are going to be the first or second pick in the next two drafts. I don't know if the Bengals are going to take Joe Burrow or not, but he's going to go very high, and we know Lawrence is going to be the number 1 overall pick, barring something catastrophic.
Probably the most default number 1 pick
since luck.
I might even be more so than that. I mean, it's a complete no-brainer, especially with what he showed with his running ability. It's a lock. He'll be the number 1 pick.
Yeah, so and then the receivers that both of these guys throw to, LSU's wide receivers, I wish the Jaguars had them. I mean, these guys are amazing.
Yeah.
And then I think you're right about the running back. I lean Clemson. I like Clemson. I think this could be an all-timer. I think this could be up there with the Florida State-Auburn game where it's back and forth. Some other great national, USC, Texas. I mean, there's some great national championship games. This could be one of them. I don't think this is going to be a runaway.
No.
I think
I'd be shocked if it was.
This is going to be the best defense that LSU has seen all year, including Alabama.
And the best quarterback they've seen.
And they have not faced an offense. Georgia's defense is as good as Clemson. Absolutely. The problem for Georgia is their offense couldn't stay on the field. And by the fourth quarter, that defense was wearing out. Clemson's going to hold and move the ball, and their defense, this is going to be a fun game. I wouldn't be surprised if LSU wins. I've been burned. I picked against LSU all season, and they keep proving me wrong. Yeah. But until Clemson gets dethroned,
it's hard to go against teams that have just proven it.
They've been there. They're not going to be shaken. Now, there is one big factor we haven't touched on. This game is in New Orleans.
It is.
LSU does not lose in New Orleans.
They don't. But also, one thing to kind of combat having an environment like that is a team that's been there before,
and
has
defense
done it.
Travels.
In defense, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Defense always travels, and I think Clemson can handle it. They've played in enough big games over the last couple of years that I don't really think it's going to matter that much. It's easy to say it can be a factor, and it probably will play a small part, but I don't think it's going to be as big of a factor as the other things we touched on.
Do you? Where's your score feeling for this game? Do you think it's going to get into the 40s?
I think the winner is going to have high 38s.
Okay.
Is going to be that 38 mark, give or take. The high 30s, give or take a field goal or so, maybe pushing it to 40 to win the game.
These shootout games where you're anticipating a shootout, sometimes they don't start that way. Sometimes
like the Oregon-Auburn game.
Yeah, sometimes they punt a lot more, and these teams feel each other out. They might come in a little more conservative, kind of like a heavyweight boxing match where you're feeling each other out. Yeah. Turnovers will be a huge factor.
Absolutely,
any type of special teams plays will be a huge factor.
What I look to is who's the team that makes the stupid plays on third down where you get off the field, but there's a roughing the passer.
You rough the punter, Ohio State.
Yeah, or like defense pass interference. It's just those silly things you can't have. That's probably going to play as big a factor as anything. And then the momentum plays. I mean, it's college football. Momentum matters.
Absolutely. All right, guys, comment with your predictions. Tell us if we're wrong. Tell us if we're right.
Yeah.
I know LSU fans are going to be all over us since we both picked Clemson.
Yeah, probably.
He changed his mind, though. He was supposed to take LSU. But, hey, I mean, we're still 2 weeks from the game. Anything can happen.
Yeah, ask me again in 5 more minutes.
Yeah, as neutrals, I just hope it's an awesome game.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be an awesome environment. I would be happy for LSU if they won. They hadn't been there in a while, so be good for them.
What's nice about this, too, is one last thing, is this is 2 programs that I don't hate. I actually like and respect both of these programs.
I do too.
For once, I'm like not saying like, oh my God, somebody beat Alabama.
Right.
Like I'm actually,
I'm cool
really
with whoever wins.
Yeah.
I love both quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
Joe Burrow's humble. He's got Nebraska ties.
Shut up.
So,
shut up.
Huskers, see what you could have had. I couldn't let that go. Sorry. All right, thank you guys.
Who was he gonna throw to?
Where's all these 5 stars? Anyway, that's another video. Thank you guys. This is Loft Sports. I'm signing off. Throw cookie crumbs all over my floor.
Oh! Last one, best one.
Hot and hot.
How about them Camping Bowl World Champs?
World champs.